Hello, Inspired Nation. It's so good to be here. We love being on this platform. We love this channel. We love sticking out for you. We love coming out for you. Welcome to this video. Thank you for choosing Inspired Nation. We are here. We exist to serve your soul. We are here to uplift you. We are here to inspire you to go out and do more of the things that we talk about on this channel, to go and research more about the subjects that we discuss, the subjects that we highlight, because we really don't have so much time to give you all the details. So we are here to inspire you to do more, to enrich your spiritual life, because you are a spiritual being. So welcome. Thank you for sticking with us. So today, before we get started, I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so yet. Please hit the notification bell so that you're notified each time we put in an installment for you. I also want to invite you to subscribe to my son's channel. It's called Wamo's Art Academy. I always do that because I'm giving back. He's the one that helped me set up this channel. Let's get to today's business. So today, I'd like us to talk about the subject, running your race. And for folks that are not Christian, you're going to bear with me today because I am going to draw from the Bible. And I want us to read Hebrews 12. I'll just take the last part of verse 1 and then the first part of verse 2. It says, "Let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us." And then 2 says, "Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of our faith." So other versions say, "Let us run with endurance." Others say with patience. The race set before us, while others say the race marked out for us. So I'd like us to really look at two subjects. In fact, to answer two questions through the scripture. The first one being, we are hearing that somebody has marked out a race for us that we need to run, right? And I also want us to answer the question, how will you know the race? Because this race has been marked out by somebody and you have to run it. So you have to figure out, one, who has marked out this race for you, and then two, that will answer also the question, what is that race for you? What is it looking like? And I'm not talking about, is it steep? Is it flat? Is it uphill? But what we are really on about here, I do want to just briefly unpack what the race is in my perspective. So the race for me is your purpose. When you rose, when you came to this planet, you had a purpose to this universe, to this physical time-space reality. You came with purpose. You came with intention. So the race is your purpose, is your being here, your intention for being here. Your intention is definitely not about where you come from. Let's go to the first question. Who has marked out the race for you? So in my perspective, the race has been marked out for you by your Creator, the source from where you came from, the source of everything, the source of life, the source of peace, the source of health, the source of goodness, the source of serenity, the source of everything that we see, touch, taste, smell, even the things that we perceive from the spiritual realm. Your race was set forth by your Creator, by the source. When you came with intention, because when the Creator dreamt of you, when He dreamt even of the cells that make you up, your cells were tuned into the purpose. Everything about you, your DNA, serves your purpose. Your cells serve your purpose. Everything that makes you up was dreamt by your Creator to line up with your race, to line up with your purpose, because we said the race is your purpose. So, we've answered the first question. Who has set forth the race? Who has marked out this race for you? We know it's God. Then how are you going to know the race? How are you going to know your purpose on this planet? You cannot find it unless you know the source, unless you know God, unless you know your Creator intimately, having a relationship, because that purpose, since it has been marked out, it has got its intricacies. How to run it, what resources are needed to run it, what capacities are needed to run it, the amount of strength each and every day that's needed to run this race is known by the source. And for you to tap into everything that's needed to run the race, you have got to know the source intimately. You have got to have a relationship with the source intimately. There are many ways of finding out, or rather of building a relationship, your relationship with your source. Number one, you need to have spiritual practices that connect you with your source, like gratitude. Every single day, when you spend 5-10 minutes just thinking about, or rather writing even, the things that you're grateful for, you are connecting with the source, the provider that provided those beautiful moments that you would be writing about, the provider of everything that you see around you. If you're thankful for your bed, your pillow, you would be connecting with the energy of the one that provided, and you would feel that deep appreciation. Spiritual practices will help you build a relationship with your source. That's why we teach about spiritual practices like gratitude. Spiritual practices like prayer and meditation will help you build your relationship with your source. In prayer, you are having a conversation. In fact, in prayer, you are not having a conversation. You are speaking with God or your source, or however you relate to the one that's greater than you. But in meditation, you are listening. You are receiving insights about your race, about your journey, about what to do next, about how to handle that situation, about what to do to address the challenges that you have, whether they are financial or relational. You will not get the guidance in the midst of noise, or while you are talking all the time, praying. There's need for silence and stillness in order to hear, to give a chance to your inner being, your God, the one within you, to speak to you, to give you guidance. So some things that will help you sort of know the thing that's your purpose. Partly it's the things that really scare you. You know you love them, but you're scared of trying them out. Like starting out a business, like doing what I'm doing. I was very scared of starting out a channel because I was scared of rejection. I didn't know whether it's going to be accepted. I didn't know whether I even cut it to be out here on YouTube. Because sometimes the things that really are meant to serve our souls and others scare us, because we think of all the negative things that might backfire. But when you actually do them, when you start out, you feel like you are alive when you do those things. That purpose, it has a sense of aliveness. You feel exhilaration and a sense of fulfillment. I do from this platform. You will feel connected to yourself, and it will be a path of least resistance. It will happen with ease. That is what is happening to me. So I want you to also mark something that's said in this verse, the first part of verse 2. Fix your eyes on Jesus. Why not fix them on yourself? You want to fix them on the one that set out the race, because that's where the guidance is, that's where the wisdom is, that's where the resources are, that's where the connections are, that's where you are. In him you move, you have your being. That's where the purpose is. Your beingness is right there. So when you are fixing them right there, you are moving in him. When you look at yourself, you will start asking yourself questions like, how will I do this? Because I don't have the qualification for it. And then I will ask you, how did Steve Harvey do it without a college degree? It's absolutely great to have one, to have that validation academically. But don't let it stop you from doing what you can do now to realize your purpose, to start chanting that path. You will ask yourself, when you look at yourself, you will ask yourself, where will the money come from? What if they don't like me or my product? What if I fail and embarrass myself? What if I'm making the worst decision of my life? The truth is, you will never know until you try. You have to embrace failure as part of growth, because if you are not even failing at anything, it means you are playing safe, you are playing small, you are mediocre. You are not stretching yourself or your abilities. You'll always be average. Fix your eyes on God, who holds the dream or the purpose or the race, who is the source of all the resources you will need, who is the source of the wisdom, clarity, and guidance. Fix your eyes on the provider, the source from where you came. If you don't know your race or your dream mate, wake up every day and ask the God in you, your source, what is your dream for me? What is it? What do you want me to do today? How do you want me to step into the dream today? Because a journey of, remember the Chinese proverb, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Your journey, your dream is starting each and every day. You can take steps towards it. So ask him, how do you want me to step into the dream today? If you do that, you ask your Creator every day, what is your dream for me? He will tell you. In time, when the right time and when you are positioned right, you will hear your inner guidance. When you do the meditation, as I said, you will hear from God. If you are always a chatterbox in prayer, you will not spend time to listen. You have to start your day with you and God to feed your soul, set the tone for the day. Increased awareness so that you're guided throughout the day. Remember, this is a lifelong process while you are in this physical body. This relationship should be a long-lasting one. You need to know your source every single day. You need to build and nurture the relationship every single day through these practices that I spoke about. There's also a practice called savoring, which is intimately related or linked to gratitude. We're going to talk about that sometime, but those practices really help you to strengthen your relationship with God, with the source, with the one that is holding the map of where you need to be going next or who you should be contacting next. You have to find your path and your race. You have to run your race, but you will not run it if you don't know it. You will not run it if you don't know the one that has set it out. And as you run your race on a daily basis, there will be other humans like yourself who are also finding their way into this universe, who may seem to be competitors, whether in business or at work or whatever you do. You need to keep your eyes fixed on your race and on your source, your God. Remember where your eyes need to be fixed, because you can only run your race. You can only run yours, and it's the only one that you can win, because you have no power over a race that isn't yours. You can never run theirs, because you are only the master of your own. You just don't have the capacity to run theirs. You can never, ever own their race other than your own. And you lose your power when you focus on and imitate other people's path. Run your race. There is plenty of room for all of us. That is why we are all here. That is all I had for you today. Inspired Nation, run your race. Know the one that has set it forth. Build a relationship with the one that has set it forth. That is how you are going to know what even is supposed to be what you should be doing, who you're supposed to be with, spending your time with. I love you all. Until next time.